So, a problem I often see people talking about when playing the Dark Souls Remaster is new players who complain about having no idea where they need to go, particularly at the beginning of the game, where it's pretty open-ended. So I figure making this video to kind of help push people in the right direction might be appreciated. So this video basically is going to cover basically the end of certain locations, basically covering where people need to go next so that they don't get particularly lost. I know in one case I saw a topic on Reddit. People were they were complaining about getting lost in a entirely optional area that you aren't supposed to even go to until the later part of the game, and they were there pretty much nearly at the beginning of the game. Please excuse my bird, he's a noisy one. So, basically, I won't be covering like areas themselves, because I'm a big believer in a lot of the fun basically being exploring the game and discovering things for yourself. I'll mostly just be showing things like where to take key items in order to get to a next location. I won't be showing, like, I'll say where you can get the key, like, hey, you get the Pilgrim's Key from killing the boss in the tutorial. But I won't actually show where to get the key so that people will want to, you know, explore around, find it themselves. And then I will explain where to take that key in order to go next. So, let's get out of the jail and on to Firelink Shrine. Now from Firelink, you basically have 3 directions to go. The first is down this staircase here. That leads to a place called the New Londo Ruins. For now, you do not want to go that way. That's a second half of the game area to go. The other way is over here. You can see as you come out here, you'll head out to the graveyard. As you can see, there are some items and stuff to pick up around here. Particularly a very good weapon for beginners. It may be worth going out into the graveyard to pick up those items, but besides that, you don't want to go this way. This is also another second half of the game area. Instead, what you want to do is head over this way. You head up these stairs and you'll come out to a bunch of hollows and stuff, and you can see the doorway up there. That is the way that you want to go in order to progress. That'll lead you out to the upper Undead Burg. You clear through that, kill the boss at the end of it, and then you'll come out onto a bridge. Important thing to note, when you come out to this bridge, on the right side there's an NPC that will give you an item that is used for basically putting a summon sign down so that you can be summoned into other players' worlds in order to co-op with them. So I'm going to pause the recording here, and I'll move on to the next area. I'll see you then. So, after beating the first boss, you'll come out to this bridge here that I mentioned. Down here is the NPC. You just want to keep talking to him, say yes again. That gives you the white sign, Soapstone. You use that, it'll place down a white sign that other people can see in their world as long as they are within your level and weapon range, and if they interact with it, they can summon you into their game to help them play it. Now, remember this door right here. We'll be coming back to it very shortly. So after beating the boss of the Undead Parish, you'll come into this tower. Want to climb up these ladders. Very slow and annoying process. And you want to ring this bell. This is the first of 2 bells of awakening. One above and one below. This was the one above, so now it's time to go below. Also, one fun thing not many people know about, you can press B or circle on ladders and just slide down them. Also, after you ring the bell, this NPC spawns. He gives you a very important gesture. And he can also sell you purging stones, which are used to cure curse, indictments, which whenever you get invaded and killed by the invader, you can indict them, which makes them more likely to be invaded by Blades of the Dark Moon, Homeward Bones, and then the Book of the Guilty, which just lets you see, like, who you're probably going to invade. Anyway, next area. If you remember the door that I mentioned to remember, that's where we're heading back to next. So, pretty simple stuff. As you explored the Undead Parish, you will have found a key called the basement key. That's what opens this door. You just head in, slide down the ladder. And you come out to the lower Undead Burg. This is the next area you want to clear out, and then it's a pretty short area, but also a dangerous area, so be careful. It's probably one of the shortest areas in the game, but you'll still probably be here for a while. So, have fun! So, after killing the boss of the lower Undead Burg, your next objective is this door right here. Killing the boss gives you the key to the depths, which opens the door, obviously. And this is the depths. It's another relatively small area, but it's very maze-like. It's easy to get lost, but you'll find your way eventually. It's a fun place to explore. So, next objective here, obviously, is to kill the boss of the depths, and then we'll be moving on. I'll see you then. Alright, next objective is this door right here. Killing the boss of the depths gives you the Blighttown key. Just head through the door, over here, down this ladder, and you'll come out into Blighttown. This is a very infamous area. I'm sure you've heard of it if you ever talk about Dark Souls. But if you made it this far, you can manage to get through it eventually. So, have fun with that. I'll see you at the boss area in probably a while. Have fun. So you get down to the bottom of Blighttown, and you think, man, this swamp is huge. Where the hell do I go? Well, it's quite simple, really. Your next objective is over this way. Not up there. We'll be coming back there. But you see where those giants over there are? That big dirt pile and that hole way out there? That is your next objective. So you want to head out in that direction. That'll take you right to the boss. Shut up. Go away. Anyway, I'll see you after the boss is dead. So anyway, after you beat the boss, you ring the second bell of awakening. Now, common problem I hear, a lot of people assume that the next way to go is down there. They don't think, oh, well, the boss is at a dead end, so I need to actually double back. They think, well, obviously, you just keep going after the boss. No. There are some things down there you can do if you're good enough, but you'll probably end up getting yourself killed. For now, what you want to do is head back through the boss room. And I'll see you at the end of this tunnel. If you remember, I mentioned this ramp over here that we'll be coming back to. That's where we're going next. So just move through the swamp. Try not to get killed. I missed an item. That'll be useful. Basically, you just head up this ramp, up the water wheel, climb a whole bunch of ladders. Ah, you're following me far. And you'll come out to basically a shortcut back to Firelink Shrine. That's where you'll want to head to next. If you started with the master key, then you could head backwards through this shortcut, which cuts out a lot of Blighttown. But kinda defeats the whole first experience, right? So yeah, I'll see you at the top. So, now that we're back in Firelink, the next place we want to go to is back to the Undead Parish. If you head up this way, there'll be the shortcut here back to the parish. I was an idiot and forgot to actually open the shortcut, so I got to take the long way around. But if you took the shortcut, you can just take this elevator here. It'll take you right back up to the parish. You head through the cathedral, across the bridge, and back to the blacksmith, and that's where you want to go next. Alright, now that we're back in the parish at the blacksmith, you can see across the bridge here at the bonfire, that gate is now open. That is the next way you want to go, and this will be where I'm ending this video. You head across the bridge, through the next area, and then after you beat the boss, there will be something to interact with. You interact with that, that'll carry you to the next area. You go through that area, kill the boss at the end of it, and then when you talk to an NPC past the boss, you'll get an item that allows you to start warping to specific bonfires. This is when the game really opens up. You take the item back to an NPC that was in Firelink. If you've been looking around between segments, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. He might have actually pointed you in the right direction already. But anyway, you do what he says there, and that'll open up basically the last areas of the game. If you remember back at the beginning of the video, I mentioned going down from Firelink and going through the graveyard at Firelink. Those are two of the areas that you now have opened up where you need to go next. The other two areas, one is in the area after the next area you're about to go into. And the last one is back past the boss in Blighttown. You go to those 4 areas, go all the way to the end of them, and kill the boss of each area. And then you go back to where you put the item that allowed you to start teleporting everywhere. And then that'll open up the final area of the game. Go through that area, fight the final boss, and congratulations, you finished Dark Souls. I hope this video was real helpful. If anyone has any questions, you can post on this video, or you can find me on Reddit, which is where I'll be posting it. And I'm thankful for you watching. Hope you have fun, and I'll see you in Lordran.